Hello and hello. Thank you so much for joining me today, especially you, Carl. Carl suggested I react to this video. Reverse culture shocks coming from Germany back to the US. I always enjoy these, so why not? These are always interesting. The Uno reverse. You know, you go to Germany, you come back, you have culture shocks. 4 years in Germany. It's a long ass time. Maybe she was in school or something. That's the way to do it. Go to Germany, get a free college education. And then, I don't know. If you want to come back, I guess you can. Ashley Varing, check her out. Link down below. Let's do it.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about reverse culture shocks that I experienced moving from Germany back to the United States as an American. And I had to wear my FC Nuremberg shirt to honor my time in Germany. So I'm gonna try.
I don't even know what that is. Is that embarrassing? I feel like I should know what that is since she said that's honoring Germany. FCN Germany? Is that like something to do with football? Aha! Hey, at least I got that correct. Football club.
To honor my time in Germany. So I'm gonna try my best to be fairly quick about the things that we talk about today. So let's go ahead and get started. The reason why I decided to make this list in the first place was because we would go out to restaurants and see TVs everywhere. And not only like one TV in a restaurant, but like up to 15 TVs in a restaurant. And
We're talking about America, because America does have a lot of TVs. I would be surprised if Germany has more TVs. She hasn't really made it clear if we're talking about Germany or America, but I'm sure we're talking about America. Some places, it's incredible, the amount of TVs.
I don't even know if there's one restaurant here that does not have a TV that we've been to. It just feels like they're everywhere. It makes me feel really uncomfortable, like I'm not paying attention to someone when they're talking because the TV is like right in eyesight. In Germany, I can't even think of a single restaurant we went to that had a TV in it.
That's a super, see, I appreciate you sending me this because they said there's some in here I've never heard before, and that's definitely one. TVs in restaurants. Something as an American I don't even think about. The volume is usually very low or off, so it's more so just like sports playing on the TV and you can watch it. I don't know, I guess if the people you're with are super boring, you know, you're just like sitting there like this watching basketball, kind of potentially rude. Yeah, I mean, it's already bad enough how people stare at their phones when they're eating with their friends and stuff, but here in America you can stare at the TV. That is weird. I mean, if you're at a really fancy place, there shouldn't be any TVs.
That I can remember, so it's definitely a bit shocking. Speaking of TVs everywhere, iPad kids, I know it's kind of like a little bit of a joke here, but they're everywhere. And not only iPad kids, but also adults. I feel like people are on their phones a lot more.
Oh, okay, so that's just here too.
In restaurants and like out in public.
We're on our phones at the restaurant and we're staring at the TV if we're not on our phone.
And I guess that has something to do with why restaurants choose to have TVs everywhere, but it's definitely very different from living in Germany. I feel like there's kind of more of an emphasis on focusing on the people that you're with when you're at restaurants, which I appreciate and I miss very much. I always kind of thought iPad kids were a joke.
It's so dystopian. I mean, that's exactly how older people here feel in America. Like, yeah, we miss the days when people actually looked at each other while we're eating, you know, spoke to each other. That's a small exaggeration, but for some people, it's actually 100% true. And then, yeah, some kids, oh my God. Some kids will just be, I mean, I'm a parent, so I understand. Sometimes if my son is being crazy, I'll give him my phone for a little bit, like while we're waiting for the food, if he's just trying to run away too much. You know, it is what it is. You know, people can judge me for that, whatever. But some people that I honestly do judge a little bit, they just give their kids like an iPad at the restaurant, and then they'll even give them headphones. And they're just sitting over there as if they're sitting on the couch at home. They don't even know where they are. And they're watching Blippi on their tablet, just zoned out. It's crazy.
And then we moved here and I realized I've had kids and adults. It's not really a joke. It happens everywhere, every day. So we just moved to southern Oklahoma, and we're originally from Houston, Texas, and bugs are everywhere here. And in Houston, like, it's very common to have bugs everywhere, mosquitoes especially in Houston. But for some reason, it's very shocking to come back to living here where there's bugs everywhere, when I feel like there was only a certain time of the year in Germany where there was bugs everywhere, and it was like hornets and bees and yellow jackets and stuff around early summer. And then after that, I felt like there weren't really that many bugs. So being here, I have bug bites all the time.
Interesting. Yeah, bugs are absolutely invasive over here in America, especially mosquitoes. I mean, pretty much if you're like camping out, you almost need a mosquito plan. I mean, the fire certainly helps a lot. And if you get lucky, maybe there's not a lot of mosquitoes, but a lot of times, yeah, they're pervasive and invasive, whatever you may be doing outside.
Another
They'll even, I'm sure maybe they do this over there in Germany too, but they'll go through and fog them out if they get bad enough. Here in Indiana, at some parks, they'll drive the fog machine through. I don't know what they're doing, but, kills all the mosquitoes and the people too, if you happen to be in the park that day.
Another one that's not really shocking, but a little bit weird to get used to, is that parking backwards in Germany is very, very common. And if you park backwards here, people are like, ugh, why are you parking that way? Like,
I'm the guy parking backwards, so I understand. Apparently people judge me for that, as someone in America. I like to park backwards. And especially nowadays that you have the reverse camera and you got the lines that bend with your steering wheel as you go, it kind of takes the fun away from it, to be honest. It used to be kind of like a skill. Now it's like almost doing it for you. It's almost easier to park backwards than forwards now because you've got the lines helping you guide you. But I like to park backwards. I like to be able to pull out of the spot, see where I'm going, see if traffic's coming easily.
Attention seeker,
So I'd fit right in.
which is kind of weird.
Oh yeah, I'm seeking attention.
But it's a very small one, but it's definitely different
Look at how I'm parking the minivan. Please pay attention to me.
and interesting to get used to and hear people talk about how weird it is to park backwards when it's very normal there. Another one that's a little bit more shocking to me.
That's always been a pet peeve of mine, how some people will be like, oh, they're parking backwards. So?
Is that calorie counts are on everything, and knowing the calories of things is a lot more common here in the US
Isn't that kind of funny since we're fat?
than it is there. I don't remember a single restaurant we went to that had a calorie count on it. I don't know if it's like law or what, but I would say at least 75% of restaurants that we've been to here have had calorie counts on every single item. And
These are all things I'd never heard before, so this is all very fascinating. All fast food restaurants have the calories. Chain restaurants usually have the calories. If it's like a local restaurant, I don't think they do. I don't think it's a law. It obviously it is with packaged food. I don't know. That's interesting.
I'm not a huge fan. I don't really want to know how many calories stuff has in it. Sometimes it's just
But
little.
that's good for fat people, right? Like here in America, like we're fat. We gotta own up to it, how many calories are in this stuff. And the portions are gigantic. I think we need to be putting the calories on there for how big the portions are here. You should know. Hey, you're eating 4,000 calories right now, buddy. You can't complain about being fat.
Frustrating when you just want a sweet treat and you look up and it's 1,000 calories for a cookie, Another really interesting one is tint on vehicles. In Germany, there were people that shipped their vehicle from the US to Germany and they had to take the tint off of their cars. And here you can drive
The TUV.
around and literally not be able to see a single thing in a car. And I just find that very shocking when you come from living somewhere where like tint is not really as like popular, I guess. It kind of makes me uncomfortable to not be able to see. So not really a huge fan of that.
She's talking about you can't see into the car. Because you can see out of the car. That's tinted. But I don't like tint either. I like being able to see. I feel like that's part of the social contract of driving. If you do something stupid, I'm going to roll up and be like, I'm going to look at you. And like, if I do something stupid, my windows are not tinted. So you know, you can look at me, you can make your face. I mean, if you roll up to somebody who has tinted windows and I'm like, and I can't see them, I don't like that. Also, I just feel like it's weirdly antisocial in a little way. It's like, you know, we used to ride around on horse and buggies where we were out in the open. Howdy, neighbor. You know, if you're in a tinted car, no one can even see each other. What are we doing?
I understand wanting to have tint on your windows. It's hot here, I get it, but sometimes it's a little much. Okay, I have other ones, but I'll make a part 2 if you.
That's not even why people do it. People do it. Some people, I mean, yeah, that's a benefit, but it looks cool. I mean, it kind of looks cool. That's true.
Y'all are interested in seeing it. My last one that I want to end on is the sense of urgency that's here. This can be applied to so many different ways. One being like shipping and wanting like 2-day shipping and like really fast shipping. I feel like I didn't really care about that living there. I don't know. And I really wanted to go off post on the economy and like actually find the things.
The 2-day shipping is like what made Amazon Amazon. Like that was part of one of the key things that made Amazon dominant when they really pushed the 2-day shipping. Because before then it was like you bought something online and it would take a week or 2. 2 days? Hell yeah.
That I needed rather than just shipping it to our house. I mean, sometimes we had to, but there's definitely more of a sense of urgency here. Fast shipping, fast food, what else? In-store pickup, food delivery. Like when you're at a traffic light and it turns.
I never got food delivery in my life and I never will. Other than a pizza, rarely, but that's normal. I'm not gonna pay someone to deliver my McDonald's. I'm not paying $15 for McDonald's because I want it delivered. I'm not doing that.
Green and people are like, go. Like they're like when you're at a traffic light and it turns green and people are like, go. Like they're like, come on. I just feel like that's different. The one thing I will say.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
That is not faster than Germany in the US, you know, is grocery checkout lines. In Germany, oh my gosh, it like made me stressed to go to the grocery store and have to like really hurry to get my groceries in our basket and like get out of the way. Here,
you know, that's kind of, I mean, that kind of makes sense to me because I feel like Germans are you guys are very efficient, orderly. You're all business in the grocery store, you know, you're there to get it, move. I thought that would be the same at a traffic light, you know? I mean, that's how it is here in America. It turns green, you go. There's no lazying around. Oh, which way am I going to go? Which one's the gas pedal? I don't remember. It's you go. And I would expect it to be I would have expected it to be the same in Germany.
Here, I feel like it's a little bit more chill, a little bit more, hey, how's your day?
Because it's kind of weird that at the grocery store, it's chill here in America, but then driving, it's not chill. What's with the discrepancy?
But everything else feels a lot faster. Like we need to have this now. You know what I'm saying? So those are the few things that I wanted to share with you guys. I've been kind of compiling a list as we've lived here.
That was a really good list. I can't believe it. She made a list of all things I'd never heard before. Go check out her channel. Link down below.
Here, if you have anything to contribute, if you've lived overseas or just traveled overseas.
I haven't. I wish I could say I was that cool, but I'm not. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.